Hey guys, this is Richie from Fret Junkies, and we are back. We are going to be running a 3-part series on putting together this guitar from bits from guitarbuild.co.uk, being assembled and finished by Paul from Retro169. I'm going to drop in probably our PRE CBS Pickups in it, and like I said, it's going to be a 3-part series. The first one we're going to look at up to the point we're at now. The second one will probably be when we've got the aging and the hardware to go in, and the third one will be assembled and the tones. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Paul, and Paul's going to give you a bit of background about himself, what his company offers, what Guitarbuild do, and where we're at now. So how are we doing, Paul, with this?
This has all been Guitarbuild components. It's all been finished. And it's all ready for aging, basically. So we've finished it. It's all been finished as new, and and over the next week or so we'll put some age on it. So we've got the necks from Guitarbuild. This was originally a Guitarbuild paddle headstock, and they're beautiful necks from Guitarbuild. The fretwork is fantastic. Doesn't need any dressing, so just get them in and fit them in and.
Feels great straight out of the box, doesn't
it?
Yeah,
Absolutely lovely, yeah. And all the fret ends are, just beautifully dressed necks. And again, I've lacquered this. This is nitrocellulose lacquer. All the frets have been cleaned of lacquer. So there's none of that. So, like a lot of companies, they've all got frets heavily lacquered, which can cause a right pain when you come to build your guitar. They're lovely necks.
And we've gone for a reverse headstock on that one, haven't we?
Yeah, lovely reverse headstock, yeah.
It just feels like great straight out the box. Like you said, they were like rubbing your hands up and down. It's just really nice to play.
Yeah, beautiful, yeah. So, they're pretty much, put some lacquer on a Guitarbuild neck and they're pretty much ready to go. Well, other than cutting your headstock as well, because they only do the paddle headstocks. So that's the neck ready for aging, and then we've got the body, which has been done in a white blonde. Again, no yellowing on this at all. This has been done as new. Again, this is a Guitarbuild body, 1960s spec, and and one of the great things is when you buy a body and neck from Guitarbuild, you can pretty much guarantee the neck fits perfect. It's perfectly in line. So again, you've got no fitting to do on that line of things. And they're just really nice, clean guitar bodies. And this is one of the Guitarbuild's premium lightweights. It was when you pay extra for the premium lightweights, you get a choice of 3 blanks, which means you can pick pretty much the grain pattern that suits your project. And it gives you a great
resonance with that. And what about the weight? What does the weight come in? It's super light.
Yeah, this is super light. This is I think 1.64. I think this came in at, which is a lovely resonant body. One of the things that Guitarbuild have got is a fantastic stock of lightweight Ashleys, top quality timber. So their tone woods are absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's a two-piece swamp ash.
Two-piece swamp ash.
Yeah.
And 60 spec, you said, so it's like you've got all the nice body contours and all.
That's right.
There's a lot of companies that put out these blanks that just cut out the wood, right? And there's no body contour, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I've got anybody who's new to the channel, I've got a PRE CBS Stratocaster that Paul's actually done the refinish on for me, and it's like my number one. This feels, you'd be hard pressed to tell them apart. The body contour feels right. It feels nice in your hand, doesn't it? It's like feels like a proper legit older guitar.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, is he going to find the details and all this? And
yeah, they've even put the little router marks on the you know, that would make it, you know, that you would get out of it if you were machining this on the old school machinery that Fender used.
Yeah, brilliant. And the grain and what? How have you like the finish on this now? This is it's a blonde, right?
Yeah, white blonde.
White blonde, and it's kind of like the grain on this is just stunning. The way it's being constructed, the two-piece. I mean, it's quite hard to see the joint. I had to really look to find it. It looks like one solid piece, and it feels like one solid guitar. And the finish is just absolutely stunning. So you're going to probably age this as well for the next installment. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The next time you see this body, it will be pretty much aged to however you want me to go with it. Really,
dragging it behind the car.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Secret method.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we put the neck into the body and see how that looks?
Yeah. These are lovely fits.
So the neck, it's just basically shot straight in there and fits in.
Yeah. It's a lovely fit, and it's.
I mean, again, I'll get a close up of this, but like, it's not very often you see them fit in like that straight away, is it?
No, they always require a bit of fiddling.
Yeah.
Because you obviously want it to be perfectly in line with your trem.
Yeah. And
with these being CNC'd, Guitarbuild always do the pre-mark the trem holes,
right.
So you've got a good datum to work to be able to, if you wanted to check the straightness of your neck.
Excellent.
Generally, you drop if you buy the body and neck,
yeah,
then you just get perfect alignment.
So you're certain that, like, when you're going to put it together, it's all going to work together as one instrument.
That's right.
It's going to work like.
And for the amateur, for the home builders, about the only difficult thing you've got to cope with building one of these is when it comes to your nut.
Right.
Making your nut, cutting your strings in.
Sure.
That's the only tricky part, really.
So this
because you've got no leveling to do on your frets. Whereas a lot of other necks you buy on the market require a lot of leveling and dressing, and again, they are. A lot of them that you buy finished are covered in lacquer.
Sure.
So you've got all that to clean off your frets, and cleaning poly lacquer off your frets is a nightmare.
Yeah. So basically, for the normal guy who's always fancied like a custom guitar and has always been scared, the minute you mention custom guitar, you're usually surrounded by big stupid numbers, and perhaps you get put off by the actual cost of it. And this part is what used to put me off, the idea of thinking, oh, I've got to put it together. It used to frighten me. But if you've just looked at how well this goes together, you're literally putting the neck into the body. You're literally slicing two pieces of wood together that fit. I mean, that is an exceptional fit, man.
Yeah.
It's a very good fit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Jenga, right? and yeah, the guitar just looks like it's ready to go. So yeah, for a home builder like you're saying, Paul, I think that's a really nice thing to be certain of, isn't it?
It does, yeah. It does make it makes the build a lot easier, and
you're just certain that it's going to work. And the other thing is when it's a good fit, you're going to have nice tone transference, isn't you?
That's right. Yeah.
It's going to resonate through the body, and a good guitar should work as one. It should feel like one piece. You shouldn't feel all the separate components. So you want it to vibrate through the whole body and the whole neck, and that will come with like a nice tight joint. Yeah, will really help with that, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And one of the other things that Guitarbuild do, which I like, is all their frets go in on hide glue, which is a very traditional method of doing your fretting.
Sure.
Some people just will put them straight into wood, but if your fret slot's not perfect, there is elements of losing tone transfer.
Sure.
So to fill up any gaps, bed them in the modern day, they're all putting epoxy in now to bed the frets on, but then any repairs, you've got major problems, with removing frets. So yeah, these are all bedded in on hide glue, and all these little things, can all add up to help with the with your overall tone transfer. Because you're wanting to build a top quality guitar. We're not just going to build a mediocre guitar. We're building a guitar the best you can get, basically. So you want every little detail to
kind of add up.
That's right. Yeah, you want to be doing the best you possibly can right the way through it.
Yeah. So where would we, after this point now, you've got some other bits that you add?
Basically, we've got, I mean, this is another problem that people have, you know, I mean, this is with your jack cups, you know, you see these on eBay for a couple of quid.
Yeah.
And some of my customers will phone up and say, oh, don't fit.
Right,
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, it's vintage spec, everything's got to be vintage spec.
So this is something that Retro169 offers, right?
Yeah, I can do all these sort of bits, and you know,
I'll make sure to drop Paul's site in below Retro169 that he's going to show you what else he's got to offer.
The PRE CBS Tremolo, which that is a proper replica PRE CBS Tremolo, which was, you know, which fits this body perfect.
It's a very, very, very good replica, right?
Very accurate.
Very accurate,
yeah. But I still think, out of all the tremolos that are available, modern ones, floor rows, all that sort of thing, that these vintage ones, when you set them up properly, they just perform brilliant, you know. And if you cut your nuts correctly, you know, the tuning stability is great, and I just don't think you can improve on this. You know, lots of people have got, you know, these so-called improved versions, you know, but the thing is, these work great. You set them up right, and they look great as well.
Yeah.
And then we've also got the Pickguard, which these are all USA spec again, Guitarbuild Pickguard.
So that one's just bought direct from Guitarbuild.
Yeah, that came pretty much with the body.
Yeah.
You know, they always do a deal. I think he still does a deal where you buy a Pickguard with the body.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, with them being USA spec, which aren't. That's the other thing. You know, you look on eBay, and loads of these for sale on eBay, cheap, but not USA spec, and they probably won't line up with your pickups.
Right. Okay.
When you come to fit them, you know, and again, some of these do require a little bit of fitting around the neck joint, but yeah, it's pretty perfect. That is.
Yeah, that seems to be to a fit.
Screw it down, get the strings on.
Yeah, it's there, isn't it?
Yeah. So again, all this is going to be aged. You know, the trem's already been aged. We might go a bit more with that, and the cup's going to be aged. End pins. And we'll just make it as old as Richie wants it, basically.
As old as I feel in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then
so looking forward to this.
So the next video we're going to do perhaps will be when you're going to take it away and you're going to age it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, I probably didn't say actually. Paul from Retro169. All these body finishes, any kind of work you want done finish wise.
Well, it's mainly finish. I mean, basically, I've gone with demand, and I do a lot of refinishing on full guitars and
vintage. Is it
I do
vintage.
Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of vintage. You know, because I mean, there are a lot of vintage guitars out there that have been changed to poly finishes over the years. So I have those to strip off, put them back to original colours, and anything along that sort of line, finishing side of things. And again, necks, you know, repairs, any wood repairs. You know, I do all sorts of things. I add humbuckers in, and anything that involves a router. Yeah,
so that's where you originally were, wasn't it? It was in the antiques, wasn't it?
Yeah, antiques. Yeah, antique restoration. I made a lot of replica. A lot of replica furniture. You know, all aged, and that's, the antique restoring is basically which got me into the guitars. You know, I've always been a player of the guitar and messed around, built guitars and what have you, and of course, you know, a lot of people got in touch with me from my antique restoring, and just said, can you restore this paintwork? And it's basically progressed from there. You know?
Yeah.
But basically, and all my woodworking experience, if it's made in wood, I can make it, basically. If it's in wood, I can make it.
Fantastic.
But yeah, it's so great though with now Guitar Builder around, you know, because their products, you know, a lot of people used to spend a lot of time on the workmates, in their garages, whatever, trying to make replica bodies. And you can do it, you know, it's quite easy to do. but it's very time consuming. And again, when it comes to the neck as well, again, very time consuming. You want, you know, the vintage style truss rods and all that business. And, you know, you can make them from scratch, but when you've got a company like Guitarbuild, you just think, well... You know,
and they're accessible price points
yeah,
as well,
that's right, yeah. When you compare them to making them yourself, it's just, you know, just takes a lot of the hassle out of building a guitar. You know, knowing that they're sort of spot on, you know.
Yeah.
And the things with Guitarbuilds as well is that when you get the bodies, you can almost spray them straight out of the box. They're that well finished.
Right.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah.
This is pretty much everything assembled in terms of the woodwork, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So the whole point was to like kind of run us through the process, right?
Yeah. Just so you can see how it goes together, and you know, quite a lot of people are daunted by doing home builds.
So we're at the point that it's together. We got the Pickguard on. We got the trem block, the saddles in, and then basically I mean that's light, guys. I know it's still got the pickups in order to go in, but that's super light.
Yeah.
You just know it's gonna just pop, isn't it? The resonance.
It's gonna have great resonance.
I'm excited for.
They almost sound hollow. The lightweight Swampash bodies.
Well, were you going to take it away now, Paul?
Yeah, take it away, tow it behind the car on the way home. Yeah. And that should be about done then.
So yeah, I'm really excited. The next step, when we come back in episode 2, this will be aged. Like Paul said, we'll have the tuners, the nut.
Yeah, so what the nut to fit? That's going to be a custom made bone nut.
Excellent. So we can kind of get it together in the next one. Perhaps Paul can we can show you through the aging, how this looks, get some nice up close shots, and then we'll get into the tones. We'll get it plugged in, and we'll see how it sounds.
Yeah. My
name's Richie. This is Paul from Retro169. Thank you so much for watching this. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe and share where you can. It's going to really help my channel grow. This is going to be a 3-part series, like I said, and for anybody looking to make guitars or anything like this, I think this will be right up your street. We're gonna bolt it all together in the next one, so that's going to be a really good one to watch. You know, we've kind of shown you the components we got. Paul's going to basically assemble it.
Yeah.
Is that where we're going to go on the next one?
Yeah.
So Paul's going to walk you through it in the assembly. I'm probably going to, you know, get some nice close-up shots of that going on, so you can kind of see what Paul's running through. The nut will be in, the tuners will be put in. All this we will see in episode 2. So yeah, like I said, make sure to hit that like, subscribe and share where you can. I'm going to drop all Paul's details in below. Reach out to Paul if you want any work doing, and he'll get back to you if he's not too busy. Okay, thank you very much. Peace.
And and I'm very good at making things look old.
Right.